Hey guys, I am cmasupra, and welcome to another Company of Heroes commentary. So the map is Lowlands. I'm playing as Panzer Elite, my opponent is the Americans, and as usual, I always spoil the ending at the very beginning, and I'm going to go ahead and say I won. I'm fighting against a level 13 player, I'm level 11. I think I was actually level 10 when I played this game, because when I left the game I saw that I ranked up, but I thought I was level 11 before I started this game, so who knows, I'm level 11 now, and my opponent is level 13 now, and yeah, it's quite an intense game because of that. I was actually sweating at the end of it. I was tempted to take a tissue and stuff it under my armpits, one tissue each, because it was just that intense, and as many of you probably know from my videos, I mentioned this a lot. After about 20-25 minutes of a game, my gameplay just deteriorates so badly that if a game lasts longer than 20 to 25 minutes, I am almost guaranteed to lose no matter what faction I'm playing as. So the fact that I didn't lose this one and it's a 48-minute game indicates that I was trying really hard to win. So yeah, it was quite intense, and you might see a lot of clicking action going on as the game progresses, especially getting into the late stages. See lots of good gameplay from both sides, lots of bad gameplay from both sides. I'm not going to deny that. I played really badly at the end, but so did my opponent. Um, so yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and start talking about the game because stuff's starting to go on. I have my Kettenkrad capturing stuff at the bottom left side next to my base, and I have two Panzer Grenadier squads, one with G43s in the middle, and they were both capturing the two middle points, one being a victory point, one being a strategic point. And I have this Grenadier or Panzer Grenadier squad here watching the bridge because I don't want my opponent to be able to take the strategic point that I am currently taking right here on the screen at the very bottom of it that you can see right now. And that's because if he takes that, I know he's going for the right side, and I don't want him to be able to do that. He doesn't need the point, I should clarify that. He doesn't need that point in order to be able to take the right side, but I just want to keep him away from the right side and force him to go left where I can fight against him easier, or it's easier for me to fight against him. And as you can see, I now have three Panzer Grenadier squads there, which is actually all three that are on the field, because I really want to stop him from going right. And the other reason was because I saw he had, I saw red land on the minimap there, so I knew my opponent had those points, so I knew he was going for that fuel point at the very top. So I'm trying to cut him off right here by taking both of those 2 points, those two strategic points. I actually only need to take the left side of the two, but I always take both just because I can, because otherwise that squad would be doing nothing better. And as you can see, the opponent decided to go around me and just go in the middle. Just take a point in the middle. He managed to decap both points, actually. He didn't take either of the points, but he decapped both of them, so he just pretty much screwed up my middle, because now I have to recap those points if I want them, which I don't need them, but I always want them. More points is better. Especially if you have an idle squad. If you have a squad that's doing nothing at that current point in time, make it do something. Make it plant a mine. Make it go capture a point that's nearby. If it's just defending some spot, I don't know what to do. Maybe have it scout around a little bit and then go back to its defensive spot. Make it do something. Never have an idle squad. But that's a skill that comes once you've gotten used to multitasking in this game, which I've made a couple of videos about. And that's basically doing more than one thing on the map at a time. So like right here I have a fight going on in the middle of the map, while at the same time I'm moving my Kettenkrad away from the victory point because it's being attacked. And at the same time, the fight in the middle is still going on, and I'm getting kind of scared right now because you can see he has two rifle squads and an engineer squad, so I wonder what else does he have here. Why is it frozen right now? I don't know, it's frozen for me, but hopefully not for you. Okay, there we go. So, I managed to lose the fight in the middle somehow. I failed at multitasking right there, but I am winning the fight right here because my opponent decided to capture the fuel instead of just attack me. Something I should note is that unless you just really, really want that point, whatever it may be, fuel, munitions, strategic point, don't capture it while fighting because you are almost guaranteed to lose if the thing you're fighting is equal or better than you. Like, Panzer Grenadiers are slightly worse than Riflemen, but At that range, I don't really know. And I decided to chase him with my infantry half-track just because it happened to be there. It's just like, oh, perfect, perfect. You ran right into my half-track. I'm gonna chase you and hopefully kill this squad. But do I kill it? No, I don't kill it, which disappointed me. I mean, he had so little health. I don't know how many bullets from my half-track missed him. Oh well. So, most of my squads had retreated, but I do have my Kettenkrad still capturing the map, which is what you should always have it doing as Panzer Elite. Even if you're with the Tank Hunter doctrine, where the Kettenkrad can repair vehicles, you should still have it capturing points if there are points it can capture, especially early game. Just because early game you need to capture as many points as you can to cut your opponent off from resources. Like, say this Panzer Elite and American fight that we have going on right now in Bow Lowlands. There's a battle going on. They both need fuel, so you want to do your best to take the fuel for yourself and prevent your opponent from getting it, which is exactly what my opponent's doing. He's doing a good job of taking my fuel. Remember, he took the left bottom fuel point, and he's also taken the top right, as you can see on the minimap. And he's also taken back the top right, and for the whole game, as far as I know, he's at the top left, so he's doing a good job of getting fuel and keeping me from getting fuel. Sadly for him, though, it's not working out in terms of manpower for him, because he's not using the best micro, and he's blobbing right now. As you can see, he just retreated everything right there. And here I see medics. So just like, okay, you have a medic tent, I am going to go find it, and I'm going to destroy it. So I'm having my half-track just chase it, and hey, what do you know, there's a medic tent. If I chase it, when I said my half-track is chasing it, or I'm having my half-track chase it, I meant I was chasing the squads that were retreating and going in the same direction the medics came from, so I knew the medic tent was somewhere over there. And I found it, luckily. So then I send all three of these squads. It's just like, hey, you guys go over there and kill that medic tent. I do not want him to get a single free squad out of it. And if you kill it, he's out 185 manpower, I believe. I believe it's 185, not 180. It's one of the two. Either way, it's only 5 manpower difference. It's not that big of a deal, but 180 manpower difference is quite a big of a deal. It's quite a big deal, not big of a deal. But then he decides to come and defend his medic tent, to my disappointment. So I quickly target fire the Flamer Engineers, because Flamer Engineers will do a ton to Panzer Elite, and if you have Flamer Pioneers, they will do a lot to the British. So basically, both of the OF factions, opposing fronts factions, are very vulnerable to Flamers. And I finally take down his medic tent, so that was awesome. And I don't know how I won that battle. He actually had quite superior force, in my opinion. Maybe he didn't, but I thought he did, so I'm quite surprised I won that battle. And this is frozen for me again now, but there we go. I hope it's not freezing for you. I'm going to have to check when I'm done commentating over this if it freezes. And I don't know, maybe I'll forget to check, but hopefully I'll check. And if it is freezing, I'm going to have to figure something out, because it should not be freezing. It never froze on me when I was playing the game, so yeah, it shouldn't be freezing, but it is. Anyways, let's go back to the game now and stop ranting about freezing. So I saw him capturing my middle victory point with engineers, so I'm just like, hey, everyone go over there, I'm going to blob you. And engineers are dead. Perfect, he's out 140 manpower for the gain of a single victory point. That's not really going to help him that much. And then his riflemen show up a little too late, and he has them at just the right range where I can shoot at him with my infantry half-track, but he can't shoot back. Which I find very odd. Just like, charge me or back up. Don't stand right there, you're just gonna die. I don't know what my opponent was thinking right there, but oh well. So he's lost 2 men in each of those squads right now. And I don't know what he's doing, but he's gonna retreat here soon. Yeah, there we go. I don't know what he was doing. Maybe he didn't notice. Maybe he was busy doing other things, multitasking, and failing at multitasking, kind of like I did earlier on in this game. I don't know. I don't know what he was doing. But yeah, that was a mistake on his part. And we both made mistakes, so it's not too big of a deal. It just cost him 27 times 4 to reinforce, because he lost 2 men in each squad, and he had 2 squads, so that's 4 men. And 4 times 27 is how much it'll cost to reinforce it, because each man costs 27 manpower to reinforce. I'm doing such simple math and explaining it so in depth. Anyways, so my Kettenkrad has been on the left side, capturing points freely, because my opponent has been fighting me on the middle and kind of on the left middle, and now he's on the right side, and I predicted he would be on the right side, I think. I don't know, I either predicted it or I wanted to take the strategic point to cut him off from that fuel at the top, which is probably what I was really doing, so I just wanted to cut him off. I probably didn't predict he would be coming there. I think I was actually guessing he would be coming to my Kettenkrad, because who doesn't want to kill a Panzer Elite Kettenkrad? I mean, those things are valuable. If you kill one, that's a huge blow to the Panzer Elite faction. And I'm winning this battle. That is amazing. That is truly amazing. And I'm getting so much veterancy. That's so nice. And I think, yeah, I have the tier 4 building built already. And hey, here he comes to kill my Kettenkrad. Let's move the Kettenkrad away. So I have my tier 4 building built already. And I believe I'm going to try and buy the veteran sergeant for it sometime soon. I know I buy it this game, but I don't know when. But that proves to be such a good buy in this game. I have so much veterancy by the end of this game. Much of it is lost because I played badly at the second half of the game, really. But I did get so much veterancy. And I was buying so many new squads that the veteran sergeant was just so helpful. But let's stop talking about that and get back to the game. I've gone on so many tangents this commentary. Oh boy. So you're gonna send 4 squads to my 1. That is very smart, actually. You probably couldn't have done anything smarter. I mean, attacking when I'm spread out and capturing points is the best time to attack. Lucky for me, I was able to bring in reinforcements, and I'm not blobbing like he is, so it will be harder for him or his bullets to hit me, while my bullets will hit him easier. The reason for that is because if you have, say, 2 squads next to each other in the game, a bullet is either a hit or a miss, and if it's a miss, it's guaranteed to miss the squad it was firing it, but it could still hit another squad that is next to where it was firing it. So basically, if you have 2 squads next to each other and your opponent is firing at you, I'm trying to find a good way to explain this. Basically, if you have 2 squads next to each other, they're more likely to be hit by bullets than if they are spread out. That's the overall result of that. I couldn't really think of a good way to explain it. Hopefully you understood what I tried to explain the first time. If not, then just know that blobbing makes you an easier target. So, as you saw, I won the battle on the top right, so now I've cut him off completely from the fuel point at the top right. I have the fuel point at the top right, or at the bottom right? No, at the right. Yeah, I have the fuel point at the right. I have cut him off from the fuel point at the top. I have the fuel point at the bottom. And he has the fuel point at the left, as far as I know. I don't actually know if he does, but as far as I know, he does. So he has 1 fuel point, I have 2, and he's also cut off from 1. So what he's going to want to do is attack me where it hurts, and that is the manpower, while at the same time trying to get his fuel point back at the very top. So he's multitasking here, he's doing a lot, and he's actually doing a good number on my infantry half-track. So what I do is tell my AT half-track, which just came out because I was slightly expecting an M8 because he didn't have BARs very early. I told it to focus fire, so basically it acts as a sniper constantly. And I'm surprised he didn't notice that flame. He should have noticed that the rifle squad there was on fire, but he didn't, so he lost 5 men in that battle, and he still didn't get his fuel point back because my Kettenkrad is taking it. So that was nice and lucky on my part. Or for me, not lucky on my part. It was just lucky for me. And now he shows up at the middle victory point again. Oh, and the top cutoff point. But I'm not looking at the middle yet. There we go. Now I'm looking. And I think I'm kind of screwed here. He has 2 squads with BARs. I have one with Panzerschrecks because I was... or a Panzerschreck because I was expecting an mate, not BARs. So he did do a good job of fooling me there. And then the other squad has nothing. And I think they're about to die. I think I actually lose them. Let's listen. No, I see them on the minimap and I didn't hear the announcer ever say that I lost the squad. So they actually survived. That was really lucky. Yeah, there they are. They survived. Wow. And my kitten crab was about to run into rifles, so I told it to go around on the right side to get back to the base. And I just wanted him at the base simply because he had nowhere better to be on the right side. So I figured you might as well go to your base. Maybe I'll have something for you to do soon. In fact, I probably will because my opponent and I are doing a good job of going back and forth across the map, capturing each other's points, and just being an overall mobile army. We're both being mobile armies. I am capturing back the middle because I won the fight there. Somehow. Or, well, not or, but and, he is attacking me on the right, thinking he's cutting me off by taking that munitions point, but he's not, because I have so many strategic points in the middle that I am still connected to everything on the right, but he is actually taking everything on the right, so soon I won't be connected to them, but for right now I am, and I like it, because I'm getting so many resources from it. Look at my resources, I am floating terribly. 390 manpower, 127 munitions, 74 fuel. That is a lot of floating, but oh no. That's not good. Yeah, that's not good. A Hellcat? I should have tread broken it, and I think I tried. Yeah, now I tried tread breaking it, but it... Oh, it did work. I did tread break it. Yay! And then I have a Panzerschreck that shows up, so that was just plain awesome for me. I was so glad. And then I'm also fighting in the middle, trying to take back this strategic point here. I don't know why. The Hellcat managed to destroy my... what's it called? AT half-track, in case you didn't notice. There's a big scorch mark right on the earth there, so yeah, it's definitely destroyed. And I made his engineers retreat. Wow. I think it would have actually won that battle, but okay, sure. I'll take the retreat, and then I can shoot at you from here, kill one guy, maybe, there we go. And then they survive, sadly, but oh well, killing one guy is better than killing no guys. Because it cost him 28 manpower to reinforce, I believe. Yeah, I believe that's right for engineers. I don't actually know reinforce costs, I never pay attention to them. All I know is it's expensive to reinforce any opposing front's unit. Which kind of has me worried about Company of Heroes 2, because the developers of the American and Wehrmacht factions, which are the 2 factions I like the most, are no longer at Relic. In fact, they left before Opposing Fronts came out for this game. Opposing Fronts was made by the current creators, I believe, and in my opinion, they didn't do that good of a job. But anyways, I am still going to pre-order Company of Heroes 2, and we will see what it's like. And I will make commentaries on it, because I know I get asked that a lot, so yes, I will be making commentaries on it. Anyways, I made some nice micro there at the right side, killing his riflemen, and I hope these guys will kill the riflemen. They're not in the best spot to be attacking the riflemen. Maybe they're low on health. Kill him, kill him, kill him. Yes, haha. Oh, that was so nice. That was a Vet 1 rifle squad, and it's dead. And I have Vet 2 on one of my squads that has a Panzerschreck. So those Panzerschrecks are never gonna miss. Or any Panzerschreck that the squad fires will never miss, because with Offensive Vet 2, they are really accurate. Now, literally speaking, they will sometimes miss, but they are really accurate. Even with just Vet 1 offensive. But anyways, you notice that he's attacking me on 2 sides now, and I'm the one blobbed. That is smart of him, because he's a harder target to hit. I am an easier target to hit like this. And his Hellcat apparently has more range than I have sight range, so he was able to hit me while I was not able to hit him. And that sucked. Yeah, it just sucks when your opponent can outrange you, because then you can't do anything about it. It also sucks when a Hellcat tank destroyer is able to kill your infantry. As you will see here pretty soon, he does quite a number on my infantry with those 2 Hellcats. An annoying number. I don't know, those 2 shots missed, but he did quite a lot of damage with his Hellcats in this battle. And I hated it. I was so frustrated. Like, oh my gosh, am I gonna lose because he came up with Hellcats? That would not be right. I mean, yes, it's in the game, but still, that would not be right. I should be winning right now. And then he decides to charge in. It's like, yes, all my Panzer checks fire, all my anti-tank stuff fire at it, and it gets away. That was frustrating. He did so much damage to me, and then he just gets away. That was so frustrating. Especially charging in like that. You should never do that with a tank. Never charge in, unless you know absolutely for sure that you will win the charge. Don't charge in. So I was frustrated, like, no, I should have won that. He should not have won the charge. I had so many Panzerschrecks, and then he got away. So that was just frustrating, including the amount of damage he did to me. Yeah, just plain frustrating. So he managed to take out my AT half-track, which I'm kind of questioning is just his motive for that. So it's like, of all units to shoot at, why'd you shoot at that? Was not doing nearly as much damage to you as those Panzerschreck squads were. And I'm trying to take back the left victory point here. Not doing too well, but I decide to throw a flame grenade. I think he immediately retreats. Is that true? No, it is not. He did not immediately retreat. So that's good to know. Actually, it doesn't matter at all. I'm commentating now. Probably won't ever watch this again, but he did not retreat like he should have. Or at least moved, really. He would have won the fight if he had moved, but he didn't notice I was throwing a flame grenade, so he had to retreat later on, and he took some manpower damage because of the flame grenade, and I got the left victory point because of it as well. Now I'm currently down on victory points. I have 243 while my opponent has 311, but I happen to be capturing all 3 victory points. I have 1 and the other 2 are being captured. This one, if I believe correctly, is not actually going to be captured. There we go. It was not captured. Yeah, because the tank hit the guy who was capturing, and by the time I could have been, or the remaining guy could have reached the victory point, start capturing it, my squad would have been dead. So I just retreated. I didn't get the middle victory point, but I do have the 2 outer ones, so that's pretty good. And now I'm going to go cut him off at the top so he doesn't get fuel from that anymore, in hopes that he won't have any more Hellcats. I have no idea how he's getting the Hellcats or where he's getting the fuel for the Hellcats, but I guess it's from the earlier parts of the game, considering I have 259 fuel right now, and obviously I've been spending some of the fuel, so he's gonna have about the same amount of fuel because we had pretty much the equal fuel control in the earlier parts of the game. So yeah. In the middle here we have a little simple skirmish, 1 Panzer Grenadier squad, 1 Rifle squad, and I don't know who won that. Apparently nobody won that, he just backed up. That's what happened. So I decided to charge up to him, and I decided to take these 2... no, I don't decide to take those 2 infantry units that are just sitting in my base doing nothing. They need to do something. Why am I not doing anything with them? Oh, I guess I'm preoccupied with this, as I should be, because this is a huge slaughter going on in the top right here. And he has a sniper, so you might have seen on the left side of the screen right there. So that sucks. Because snipers do a lot of damage to Panzer Elite. And these guys need to retreat, get out of there. There we go, treated. Yeah, snipers do a lot of damage to Panzer Elite, and that's because it costs 45 manpower to reinforce a single Panzer Elite guy. So, yeah, they just do a lot of damage. That's a lot of manpower. 45 manpower is quite a lot. But lucky for me, he's not annihilating individual squads, he's just annihilating individual men. So, yeah, unlucky for me, he's flanking me. quite heavily. He's fighting me from the left side and the bottom side, and I'm not doing too well. Not doing too well at all. Wow. That was a really good flank is what that means. Yeah, just a really good flank. And I have my Panzer IV out, which I decided to buy because I wanted some anti-infantry rather than more anti-tank, because I already have a ton of anti-tank in terms of Panzerschrecks. And I'll actually have a lot more in terms of Panzerschrecks later on in the game because of simply how many tanks are involved towards the end of this game. It is insane. Like, just truly insane. And I decided to go Jagd Panther because he has so many tanks. I need some way to deal with them. Panzerschrecks are not working, AT half-tracks are not working. I need a better way to deal with them, and what better way is there to deal with them than a tank that is really, really difficult to destroy? There is no better way. So, Jagd Panther it was. I decided to go Tank Hunters and go Jagd Panther first. And I'm waiting for 500 manpower to buy it, and I actually reached 500 manpower just a little bit ago. But I don't notice it because I'm busy microing. I have to deal with this Hellcat that's fighting me or shooting at me, and at the same time I have to micro my Panzer IV to make sure no Hellcat comes to destroy it. And I call in my Jagd Panther, and we'll see what it does. Hopefully it does well. I know what it does, but you guys get to find out. I spoiled the ending already, but still, every little piece is entertaining simply because you never know what's going to happen. I decided to lock down my Panzer IV in my opponent's base in hopes of destroying the tank destroyer right there. Not tank destroyer, tank depot. Because if I could destroy that, that's 90 fuel that my opponent has to spend to get another one back up. I believe. Yeah, I believe it's 90 fuel. And if I am able to destroy it, that means less time that my opponent will have Hellcats out on the field, or more time before he can build another one, rather. So it would have been a huge help to be able to destroy the tank depot, but I couldn't, simply because a Hellcat showed up to destroy my Panzer IV. Now, as you can see, he's capturing the rightmost victory point with an engineer squad. So I decided to send a single G43 squad to go and kill it. And my Panzer IV is almost dead. It needs to get out of there. Jagd Panther, you need to start shooting at the Hellcat. Like, really? And there goes my Panzer IV. But my Jagd Panther is shooting at the barracks, and I know if the Hellcat decides to start shooting at my Jagd Panther is going to be fine. Those things are so indestructible. And hey, perfect! 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 Let's go kill the sniper! Every single one of you, charge! You don't snipe me when I have 6 squads right there and get away with it. And you might have seen he now has a Pershing. You might have quickly seen that, but I'm chasing this sniper. I want to kill it, and no, it gets away. Yeah, there's a Pershing right there, so I decided, okay, just go ahead and kill the barracks, and we will figure out what to do with the Pershing. I believe a Jagd Panther is stronger than a Pershing. Ooh! Did you guys see that? The Jagd Panther killed the sniper. Jagd Panther is not good against infantry, but it killed the sniper. That was so lucky. That was just, like, really so lucky. I don't know how to say that, just so lucky that my Jagd Panther killed the sniper. Yeah. And I know that when I was playing the game, I was unsure whether the Jagd Panther was stronger than a Pershing, but this battle right here proved to me that the Jagd Panther is so much stronger than a Pershing. The Jagd Panther... Ooh, I just took out one of his tank destroyers. One of his Hellcat tank destroyers. That was nice. But, yeah, Jagd Panthers are much stronger than Pershings, despite the fact that they are cheaper. Well, I guess they are more expensive. Pershings are 800 or 900 manpower. Jagd Panthers are 1,000 total. They cost 500, but then over the period of 5 minutes, your manpower income is reduced by 100. So overall, it's 1,000 manpower, 500 plus 500. And yeah, basically, the Jagd Panther is much stronger than a Pershing, and it can easily take one head on. So right now, it's a whole blob of infantry of mine repairing the Jagd Panther while the Jagd Panther fights a Pershing. I decided to tell the blob to stop repairing and just go kill the Pershing, because I know, Jagd Panther, you are so much stronger than a Pershing. but, or rather not but so, Yogg Panther is so much stronger than a Pershing, so I'm just gonna go kill the Pershing right now, and you can't do anything about it. In lucky shot, I hit those engineers. I was just like, okay, sure, I have no idea how I hit those engineers and killed 2 of them, but sure, I will take that. That's less manpower for my opponent, and he feels risky trying to repair his Pershing with engineers. Okay then, the rifle squad just showed up and retreated after I shot 1 shot at him. And then is this Panzer Grenadier squad gonna survive? Is my opponent gonna retreat? No, he's gonna move. Smart move, man. And then I retreat because I know I can't win in that battle against him. And hey, there's a Pershing. All my Panzer checks fire at him. And there's a Panzer check on the ground because I just lost a squad. And this is where I learned the Pershing does a lot of damage to infantry as well. I already knew that, but I guess this is where I realized it this game. Just like, oh yeah, I probably shouldn't be repairing my Yogg Panther with infantry when it's shooting at a Pershing, because that Pershing will instead shoot at my infantry and annihilate them. So, let's tell the infantry to back off maybe sometime soon. When am I going to do that? I don't know. There we go, I retreated them all. And I told the Yogg Panther just move up and kill the Pershing. That would be for the best. But then rifles start charging me, and I'm like, oh gosh, does he have stickies? I do not want to be stickied. Does he have stickies? I don't know if he has stickies. I really don't know if he has stickies, and I still don't know if he has stickies. To this point, like when I'm commentating now, I still don't know if he has stickies, or had stickies rather. Still don't know. But I was worried about stickies, and turns out he either doesn't, or he was not using them. So, he decided to go from a victory point instead of attacking my Yogg Panther, so that's what it gave me the conclusion. Either he doesn't have them or he's not using them. Truce was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go charge your rifle squad with my Yogg Panther, as I am doing right here, and apparently he's sniping my Yogg Panther as well. And on the left side, I wasn't talking about it when it happened, but there's a Pershing that showed up on the left side. No, not a Pershing. Hellcat, tank destroyer. And ooh, run over the sniper. No, the sniper retreated. You're not supposed to retreat. I wanted to run you over. Oh, that would have been awesome if I had run over the sniper. I don't know if the Yogg Panther can run things over. It might be too heavy and slow that the run things over variable is set to false on it. Because there's actually just a variable that says whether or not a tank can run things over. And apparently it's the lighter tanks that can run things over, while the heavier tanks tend to not be able to. I don't know if the Yogg Panther can or not. And as you can see here, the back Hellcat is getting quite a good shot on my Yogg Panther, so I decided to move it because my Yogg Panther has less range than a Hellcat, apparently. I didn't know the Hellcats had such good range before this game. But a Pershing is on the left side of my Yogg Panther trying to attack it, so I decided to back it up. And I am commentating so late over the events that are happening. They happened before I commentate over them. He needs to retreat. There we go. The Kettenkrad is capturing a point, as it should be. And ooh, Panzer checks. Fire, fire. Kill the Hellcat. All of you, fire. Destroy it now. Destroy it. There we go. Out of control. Hellcat is down. It's a lot of resources for my opponent that he just lost. And something gained veterancy. I have no idea what it was. Is it the Yogg Panther? Yes, it is, and I go offensive just because defensive is not going to help my infantry survive, and infantry are the ones getting annihilated right now. My Yogg Panther is doing fine in terms of survivability, but I need to give it more firepower so my infantry doesn't get annihilated by all of my opponent's tanks. Now, as you can see right now in the victory points at the top, very top, my opponent has 258, I have 60. And my opponent also has all 3 victory points, so my victory points are cutting down really, really, really fast right now. So I believe my Kettenkrad is in the middle taking the victory point. Yes, it is. I just saw it get decapped on the minimap. So I am taking back victory points, but this is really, really smart in my opponent. I'm busy fighting him. I'm focusing so much on that my opponent decides to just go around me and capture the victory points, and he can win that way. And I have lost multiple times because of that. I have actually lost multiple times because of that. That's so frustrating. When you're winning, you're so close to winning, or you are winning significantly, and then, hey, you have 0 victory points, you lose, haha. That's so frustrating, but I don't like Annihilation. Annihilation is just a bad game mode in my opinion, and ooh, look at this! He's making me chase his Pershing so he can get a Hellcat behind me, but I was able to destroy his Pershing before the Hellcat could do much of anything. So that was smart. It was an attempted flank on my Jagdpanther by his Hellcat, and sadly for him, it didn't work out. Lucky for me, it did not work out for him. So, yeah. And I'm also taking back the right victory point here with Panzer Grenadiers and, ooh, destroyed engine, kill it. Yeah, perfect. So I have a Panzer IV, it's a brand new one, not the one I just lost. Ooh, I could have gotten the Burger Tiger. I don't know if that would have been useful though, I didn't lose that many vehicles. All things considered, I mean, I have a Jagdpanther and I lost a Panzer IV that no longer exists. I lost, I don't know what it's called, the AT half-track and the infantry half-track. I lost both of those, but I don't even know if the carcasses exist anymore, so actually a Burger Tiger wouldn't have made any sense. And this is smart by my opponent. He's backing up his weak Hellcats. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. If you're using 2 Hellcats, yeah, you should back them up when they get weak. Something he's not doing smart, though, is fighting me head-on. That is not smart. Yeah, he's fighting me head-on. That's not smart. So, yeah. He's not going to win against a Jagdpanther using 2 Hellcats head-on. It just doesn't happen. Kill the Hellcat. Yeah. Vet 2 offensive, or offensive vet 2. Now kill the other one, because it's just sitting there. And I'm pretty sure I can do more damage to it than it can get repaired by all those engineers. And so, yeah. The damaged engine, am I going to kill it? Am I going to kill it before it disappears? Yes, I killed it. That was nice. Now all he has left in his base are engineers, and I am watching those victory points. I only have 28 left, so if he manages to take all 3, I'm going to be losing victory points so fast I probably couldn't come back from it. So I am closely watching those victory points as I am playing. Well, not bringing around the Rosie in his base anymore, but I was, kind of. But as I am fighting in his base, I am watching those victory points, and there was a cut right there. Yes, I know, and that's because I had to stop and start recording again because it had reached 100 gigabytes. The video file did. Now, as you can see on the victory points, I have 1, my opponent has 1, and 1 is neutral. That's what am I trying to say? That is lucky, kind of, for me. Just because I wasn't able to capture the middle one after he decapped it, but I was able to decap it again. So he wasn't able to do anything, really. And that was a lucky Panzer Trek hit that destroyed that squad. Now here I'm kind of worried. It's like, okay, I'm fighting a Pershing head-on and I only have half health. I don't know if I can beat a Pershing if I only have half health, even with offensive vet 2. I really don't know. So I decided to back up, and we're just going to fire at a range like this in case I ever need to back up and get out of the Pershing's path. Or actually out of its range, I can. And I'm also guarding the middle with a Panzer IV, in case you didn't notice. I do have a Panzer IV in the middle next to the victory point because I want to make sure my opponent does not take that point. Same with the left, I want to make sure he doesn't take that point, but I don't know what I have guarding it. I just see an infantry squad and some vehicle there. I don't know what vehicle that would be on the minimap. I am creating a... Oh, it's getting crowd, but I am creating a lot of Panzer Grenadiers right now simply because I have so much manpower, and I'm also seeing that I'm starting to lose my flow, my push. I'm not putting as much pressure on my opponent as I was before. So I'm starting to buy more Panzer Grenadier squads rather than floating my manpower, so that I can maintain my push and hopefully win this fight, or this battle. And I threw a flame grenade right here. We both move. I don't know who wins this battle. I really have no idea. It's looking like I was going to win that. In the middle, I am owning with my Panzer IV. I don't know what happens on the left. Do I win or do I lose? It looks like my opponent is retreating on the left side. And I'm taking the right victory point with 2 squads. I sent 2 squads because I thought there was still a rifle squad over there. Turns out there wasn't. But I thought there was, so I sent 2 squads. And ooh, apparently my Jagdpanther with offensive vet 2 is capable of winning against a Pershing, even with half health. So that was nice to know. It's just like, oh my gosh, this Jagdpanther is so godly. I am going to win this just because of the Jagdpanther. Hey, Mr. Sniper, I'm going to kill you. Can I kill you? No, don't retreat. And I don't think I kill him. Because he retreated early enough that I couldn't do enough damage. Yeah, he got away so easily. I am taking the right victory point. What else is going on? I'm taking the bottom points with my Kettenkrad. The left victory point is being guarded by a low health Panzer Grenadier squad. No, it's not low health, it's full health. I replaced the low health one. I forgot about that. So the only thing I'm missing really is the top part of the map, top right really, where my opponent has a fuel point and a victory point. A fuel point and a munitions point, not a victory point. My opponent does not have any victory points. I have all 3, so my opponent's victory points are cutting down quite significantly, and that is nice. Is he going to charge me now? No, but I saw the sniper, so I tell everything but the Jagdpanther to back up so I don't have any infantry dying. And I know with my Jagdpanther with only however much health it currently has, I don't know, that's some fraction. I know it's still better than whatever it's going to be facing, so I tell it, just go in, charge, kill whatever you find. I don't know what you'll find, but kill whatever it is. Because you're not going to find anything that's stronger than you. Not at this point. But ooh, these Panzer Grenadiers will find stuff that's stronger than them, and I tell them to retreat, and they go the wrong way. They run right into the opponent infantry, as you can see right here. I don't know what was up with that, but that's what they did. I don't know why, but yeah, they ran the wrong way. And this is unlucky for me. I just happened to run into this rifle squad, and I noticed them too late. I was sending the Panzerschreck squad up to actually kill the Pershing, because it was lower health when I looked at it on the minimap, but oh well. I had to retreat them. It's not too bad, I do have the right victory point. I just have to do something to stop my opponent from taking the right victory point, because as you can see, he has taken the left victory point. So I have to make absolutely sure I prevent him from the right victory point, or from taking the right victory point. And on the left side here, I have my Panzer IV locked down, shooting at the infantry. There is something I should mention about this game and where I place my Panzer IV. Hills in this game do not block any kind of projectile from a tank, from infantry, from anything. They do not block projectiles. The map maker has to manually put a blocking item in the map wherever there's a hill. So I was assuming, okay, they forgot to put one in that spot, so I'm going to leave my Panzer IV at the bottom of the hill. It's going to shoot right through the hill and hit those infantry. It turns out they put a blocking thing in the hill. I thought they didn't, but it turns out they did, so that sucked. My Panzer IV is actually doing much less than you think it is right now. You can't see it right now, but it's doing so much less. Yeah, here's a good example. You can see it's just hitting the hill. It's not doing any damage, it's just hitting the hill and killing nothing. I didn't realize it until this point in playing that there was something blocking it in the hill. So the map makers, whoever made this map, were smart enough to put a blocking thing in the hill. I hope to kill the sniper. I don't know if I kill that sniper. Dang it. Hopefully I kill the sniper. I don't know if I do. I think he retreats it before it dies. Yeah, I think he retreats it before he dies. Let's watch. Well, I take a drink of water. Yeah, I retreated. Okay. And there's a Calliope. A Calliope. I was just like, okay, so you have a Pershing and a Calliope. You've managed to go down both sides of the armor company. That's a lot of command points.
The enemy is seizing our
But
territory.
yeah, he managed to go down both sides of it, and so now he has a Pershing and a Calliope. The Calliope I'm not really worried about, I just want to kill it. So I think I sent my Yogg Panther up to kill it. Can't see while the fight's going on in the middle. Yeah, there we go. I sent everything up to kill it. All my Panzer Shreks that were on the right side available to be used. And I'm pretty sure that Calliope's gonna die. Yeah, I just did. No longer on the minimap. My Yogg Panther managed to kill the Calliope. So that was nice, just like 560 manpower down the drain. Didn't do anything to me, didn't kill a single infantry guy. Not much less a squad, but not even a guy. Didn't kill anyone with that Calliope. He was actually pretty close to killing someone, but he didn't. Because of luck, I guess.
We'll have units return to full strength.
Yeah. In case you didn't notice, my gameplay has actually deteriorated somewhat in this game. Yeah, it has. That's because it's been going on for so long. But yeah, this is just evidence of how badly I play after 20-25 minutes in a game. My gameplay goes down the tank. Apparently so do my opponents though, otherwise he'd be winning right now, but he's not. So apparently my opponent after about 20-25 minutes also becomes bad at the game. I know there are some people who can go for like an hour and a half without any issues. But I'm not one of those people. Not at all. I typed what a game, because it is, yes, what a game. At this point I was sweating. I was sweating at this point, that's when I typed what a game. If I'm sweating while playing this game, it's gotta be very intense, and it is, it's very intense. My Panzer IV on the left is doing a good job of protecting the victory points. At this point I think I was worried about just protecting the victory points I already had. I also wanted to capture the middle, but I really wanted to focus on protecting the victory points I had, and that's because I have 23 victory points. If my opponent takes very many of them, I'm gonna die, or not die, lose. So I want to make sure I protect what I have while also trying to take the middle. So I had my Panzer IV on the left protecting that one. I had these infantry on the right protecting it, but I moved them to the middle because I safely assumed, yes, that I could attack the middle without worry of my opponent attacking the right side. And that was because if he decided to attack the right side, he would have a weaker force in the middle, and I'd also see him coming on the right side because I have still a Yogg Panther over there which would see it, and the Yogg Panther could do quite a bit of damage. And ooh, Persia, you backed up into the wrong spot. Panzer Shreks killed you. Yes, I was so happy. It's like, yes. 800 manpower down the drain for my opponent, although not literally down the drain, because the Pershing did quite a bit of damage, but it's still, he lost 800 manpower right there. 2 Panzer Shreks. So that was really good. I was so happy. And I tell my Kettenkrad to actually repair the Yogg Panther because I went tank destroyer, they can repair tanks. And also my Kettenkrad had really nothing better to do. My Yogg Panther needed repairing, so that was worth doing. And here you can see my opponent said he's level 13, I'm level 11.
Attention, the enemy advances.
Yeah. He was having an off day, and so was I, but I guess he was having even more of an off day. That's how I beat a level 13 player despite the fact that I'm level 11. And I have been level 10 or 11 for a few months now. And this is where he gives up. I have all 3 victory points. He has 14 points remaining. So I've won at this point. That was quite the intense game. I decided to sit back in my chair and just go, wow, when I was playing this game. And now we're going to see what all the opponent had. So it's quite a war zone in my opponent's base. You can see all the craters. He actually built a lot of buildings. Did he build the... No, he didn't build the motor pool, which may have helped him. He had so many tank destroyers, the Hellcat tank destroyers out, that I had to go Yogg Panther, but the Yogg Panther saved the day for me, really. I'd have to say that my opponent played pretty well until the later parts of the game, just like I did. I played pretty well until the later parts of the game. That's when my opponent started losing tanks. Well, I only started losing infantry because that's pretty much all I had. So while I was losing infantry, he was losing tanks. Tanks cost a lot more than infantry. End result is he loses more resources than I lose, and I end up winning the game. If we look on the mini map, my opponent only has 2 or 3 squads of infantry. No tanks, just 2 or 3 squads of infantry, and that's a BAR on the ground. I just had to zoom in and take a look at it just to know what it was, because when I was playing I didn't notice it drop. But yeah, my opponent has 2 or 3 squads of infantry. I have tanks and multiple squads of infantry. At this point, he had no chance. And he had 8 victory points, which is not enough time to do anything, really. You can't even capture a victory point in that much time. So yeah, I won. But yeah, as I was saying, losing tanks costs you a lot more than losing infantry. End result, my opponent doesn't have anything to fight me with. At the end of the game, I win. But as I was saying before that, I think he played well up until about mid-game, which is where my gameplay had deteriorated as well as his. So yeah, that was quite an intense game. I am surprised personally that not survived. I lasted that long playing well enough to still beat him late in the game because, as I said multiple times, 20 to 25 minutes is where my gameplay just deteriorates. So I was proud of myself. I survived. I lasted long enough. I keep saying survived. I lasted long enough to be able to beat him in a 48-minute and 48-second game. Ooh, look at that. 48 minutes, 48 seconds. It's like we planned that. It's like this was a scripted game. Everything happened exactly as planned. Now, we couldn't do that even if we wanted to, because this game has a lot of luck in it and chance, and who knows where each tank shell will go, who knows which bullets will hit from each squad of infantry. There's so many random things in this game. You can't script anything. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this nice intense game. I'm personally proud of it, and I'm proud of how I played. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!